But here's the other thing about strippers. A lot of strippers really want to show that they're the chief hen or whatever you call the alpha female within the strip club. So one of the things a lot of strippers do is talk about how they're the ones that the boss lets do anything that they want, that they can come in at any time they want and go and so it could also mean that. And that's actually a really common personality trait in a lot of strippers.
Alpha whore.
And I know too much about this. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your what kind of strip? Now, do you like the all nude strip clubs? Do you like the topless strip clubs?
Yeah, where can we find you?
Well, I've kind of quit going to strip clubs for the most part. I've been a couple times, but I've got a girlfriend now, so I'm throwing that out there.
Where does she work?
At the Spearmint Rhino. She's a crazy midget. We were in a fight. You helped me with my relationship issues. Yeah, she's 4'9". She weighs 85 pounds, and I like to put her in tight places. Like a newspaper box. I put her in on our first date, or I put her in a suitcase or a queen size pillow. It's one of the things we like to do together. I liked the nude clubs generally. So when I got divorced, I went through a phase where I was dating a lot of strippers, I guess.
Right.
It actually happened to me. I swear to God, I was once raped. Yeah, by a woman. I mean, I call it rape, and I talked about it once, and a lot of people got upset. There's 3 rapes in soup. We are what's known as a 3-raper, which I don't think there's ever been any movie that wasn't some sort of weird porn film with 3 rapes in it. Is Rainn Wilson gets anally raped by an Aryan, by a dude. And then there's we have the first ever costumed female on male rape. For those who are into the superhero fetish and want to be raped by a young Ellen Page. Ellen Page rape. Straight on, regular genital-to-genital rape. And I met a girl one night at a dance club, and we went home, and I don't know, I started being...
Hey, buddy! This guy used to date the chick from The Office. So you know he's eating some good pussy.
Hold on, Chief.
This is great. This is the first time I've ever talked about this anywhere.
You're dating a stripper.
Not dating. We went home and we're making out, and I decided that I was messing around, fucking around too much, and I didn't want to have sex with her, and also I was frankly a little afraid of STDs.
Sure.
And so, I was just content kind of making out, and then little by little some of the clothes started coming off, but I really didn't want to have sex. I honest to God, did not want to have sex.
This is the greatest ploy to take with a stripper.
Seriously.
And I kept saying, no, I don't want to have sex. She's like, she thinks that this is a game.
Or just even a woman.
A game that I'm playing that, that I don't want to have sex, and I'm playing some sort of naughty. And so she kept trying to force herself down there, and I kept stopping her, because she's on top of me. And eventually I wasn't paying attention, and we're making out, and she goes,
what were you doing?
She goes,
checking your BlackBerry?
No, we were making out, but I mean, it was like I didn't want to fuck. I mean, that's all it was. I didn't want to have sex. You know, I'm very superstitious, and I knew, I knew what number sex she was at the time or something, and it was a. I'm a weird guy. I'm
13?
I know that. So you did not want to have sex with her.
I did not want to have sex. I wasn't wearing a condom. And then she just went bloop. And I think it's the difference between guys and girls is that, then once I was doing it, I was like, well, I might as well finish. Is that rape?
First off, there's a definition of rape, especially in California, that covers just about everyone that's ever been born, essentially, which is if you have sex with someone who's had half a beer in them, then that's rape, and you can essentially
my mom probably always said yes to my dad just because she felt sorry for him, and that could be considered a type of rape.
There's that sort of sleep sex that everyone I think has had, where you're sort of like kind of unconscious, but you're still having sex,
or you wake up and somebody's like messing around with you down there, and a lot of guys like that. My buddy is blowing me, and I wake up and there's Nathan Fillion's mouth on my dick. That's the worst. I hate that.
If you took most guys, and especially most gals, because the stuff's sort of geared toward that, and you said, here is the definition of rape, might you fall under one of these categories or check one of these boxes?
Have you ever sucked off a bum for a bottle of Mad Dog? Stuff like that
every single box gets checked.
But do you think that what happened to me, do you think that was rape, you personally? Do you think that?
No. Well, I don't want to see you walking around with a victim's mentality, James. Or your cock and balls. I don't want your cock hanging its head for the rest of its life, number one.
Do you think it's rape? Do you think that's rape?
Do you want me to think it was rape?
No, I don't care.
I mean, I don't.
It's just a word. It doesn't really matter to me.
I don't really think it was because did she physically overtake you?
No.
That's why I don't think it was.
Did you have an orgasm?
I did.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I've heard that sometimes it just happens. Even if you're not into it.
My brother once had a guy, a doctor, who it was totally real, and I guess you do something where he's like, yeah, he's checking out his penis, and he said he had to suck his penis, and that was, no. He was checking out something about his penis, and he shoved his fingers up my brother's ass, and he pressed some inside some robot male button, and a little bit of cum came out.